It's been a great journey for over 20 years now, being a band, being brothers, being friends, being able to make music and meet fans and travel the world. And so a lot of great things have happened. A lot of things have changed. But I think a lot of things, for the most part, have stayed the same. We still want to share our faith through this music. We still want to be the best band that we can be and become better artists and better writers, and now more than ever appreciate what we've had and what we have, and looking forward to the future for what God has in store for us. We started out when we played music together. We would lead worship at Wednesday night youth group and Sunday schools and stuff like that. And so it was a natural flow, a natural thing to go and do a rock show for the youth group, but also add some elements of worship. And so that hasn't changed. I mean, that's stayed the same. Worship is a big part of all of our concerts. And so to come to a place now, like we did 12 years ago with the Offerings records, to be at a place where you're focused specifically on worship music, on vertical music, it's a really exciting time for us to focus not only on that for a record, but for a tour as well.
One of the things that has meant a lot to us over the years is when we hear stories that churches have taken our songs and are doing them as part of their worship. And there's something really powerful about that. I know it makes me feel more connected to the body of Christ. And so, yes, we very much hope that with this record, we hope that worship leaders hear this music and find things that they connect with and want to share with their congregations.
And as we approached this album, I think all of us felt like we didn't want to take a step back to what we were doing 10 years ago, because we feel like worship music has changed over the last 10 years, and we feel like we've changed as a band and as individuals, and we wanted this album to reflect that a little bit more.
We didn't want to only focus lyrically on worship, vertical worship, but we also knew musically we wanted something very fresh for us, a new direction and something that we had never done before.
For us, Lead Us Back is a title that we hope it speaks to our audience, but it also is kind of speaking to us, and it's kind of speaks to a lot of these questions we've been answering, why we're making a worship record, what worship can be.
So much of the album is from Exodus, and is from the thought and the idea of God leading his people back to the promised land, back to where they belong. And I think that, with that story of Exodus with the Hebrew children and with Moses, I think that can carry over into us as believers, as Christians, of wanting, Jesus to lead us back to God, lead us back to the Father, and lead us back where we belong.
Well, and I think, we're all, as believers, we're all prodigals, and we do run. We run away, but it's the constant struggle in this life on earth to keep coming back to the Father. And it's funny because we call it Lead Us Back, but there's also sort of an idea of moving forward that we want to convey through it. We want him to lead us back, but it's almost like leading us back and then forward into something even better. I really feel like that message will resonate with anybody who hears it, because it's the universal struggle of Christians that we find God and we have this intimate encounter with him, and then we stray like lost sheep, and he brings us back, and he keeps doing that. And it's so full of grace and mercy, and I just think that message will come through really loud and clear.